I'm here and standing by.
You wanted it. Now you've got it. 106.7 Buzz 2. KBZU, Little Rock. It's time for the Nathan Brown Show, live from Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway on 106.7 Buzz 2.
Play action, pressure coming, rolling right, throws late, has his man at the 45-50, 45-40. Is he going to go all the way to the end zone? Goodbye, Malachi Henry. Touchdown, Central Arkansas, 62 yards. How about it?
Over the next hour, Coach Brown and Bears broadcaster Justin Acree will recap previous games, highlight outstanding performances, and look ahead at what's next for Central Arkansas football.
Jackson got drilled. It was intercepted. Intercepted and on his feet. And there's that man again, Chris. Dalen Land off the deflection, able to get the interception.
The Nathan Brown Show is presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway and broadcasted live at their location at 955 South Amity Road.
Handoff, Chambers. Touchdown, Central Arkansas, and there it is. For the first time in his career, the redshirt freshman Landon Chambers into the end zone for a score.
And it's also brought to you in part by HD Roofing and Construction, Highland Dairy, Moix RV, and Fairfield Inn & Suites.
Looking left, man-to-man, Arlie Lee down the sideline, looking for it, and he caught it over the shoulder at the 5. Did he reach it? And he did! Holy cow, what a touchdown! 48 yards, and the first score of the season for Arlie Lee.
Now let's head to Walk-Ons and join Nathan Brown and Justin Acree.
It's not on the bar. Give me a sec.
All right, welcome in to Walk-Ons here in Conway. It is the Nathan Brown Show on a victorious Monday. Always good when the Bears win, and they did just that on Saturday. It was great to see the Bears get back to their winning ways, and it was a dramatic one per usual, the way you guys seem to prefer a coach against a team that was far better than its record, and I think we could say the same about the Bears, but a tough challenge against Utah Tech, and you guys are able to right the wrong from last year and get back over on them, and what a day from really all three phases. Enough plays made offensively. Defense was outstanding, maybe their best effort of the year, and then definitely special teams, a big part of it, punt return game, and also the kicker, Caleb Jones, had a career day so far. And so really a lot of pieces coming together to win this one. You guys needed it big time, and it really sets you up for maybe a little bit of a run here. We talked about it in postgame, and you talked about it in your press conference. I mean, I think it was Bruce Springsteen that once said, all we need to start a fire is a spark.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously a total team effort on Saturday night. Very proud for our young men. They've been working hard. Haven't had the results of the fruit of their labor be rewarded a whole lot this year yet. So it was good to come to work on Sunday with a win under your belt. And I said this, I've said this a couple times over the last couple days. Beat a better Utah Tech team than they were last year to a team we lost to. I mean, I thought that Utah Tech team's good. They're well coached. They've done a good job recruiting and retaining. We lost to them last year out there in St. George, and that was a tough loss for our program last year. And I'll tell you this, it was a better football team that we played against on Saturday. So that made that win huge. And so excited for this group. Got us back to even in conference play. We're tied for second. With a lot of play left in the season, and obviously get a chance to turn the page and get another conference opportunity this week. But, yeah, I mean, enjoyed the win, enjoyed the way we played. Obviously could have played better in some spots, but, man, I think you hit the nail on the head. I thought defensively one of our best efforts of the year. And then, obviously, you single out the special teams, but for sure the field goal unit was the difference in the game.
No doubt. Well, I want to talk about two negative plays, and then we'll go from there, and then we'll get those out of the way. But the two interceptions were both a little bit odd, and I'm sure there's a pretty clear explanation for both of those. Let's start with the running back pass, which there is, frankly, no program in America that's had more success on the running back pass than you guys have as far as the touchdowns per capita, I think, of plays run. and you would have absolutely had another one had Landon Chambers thrown it even reasonably well. And I'm guessing if he throws that 10 times, 9 times, maybe 9.5, he completes it. But things did not go to plan, and you did have a wide open receiver for him to throw to at least.
Well, if you had hindsight 2020, you would obviously probably try to just physical your way down the field and finish the drive, run the football. But I thought it was a good call in the moment. We knew we wanted to get that called early. We felt like it was going to be an open opportunity. We practiced it for a couple weeks, and Landon's been on point with it pretty much 100% of the time. I mean, he's thrown great balls in practice. At the end of the day, you can't put a price on being the quarterback. I mean, he had to throw a little bit on the run. Wish he could have set his feet. He didn't feel like he had time to set his feet. Ball came out a little weird. It was actually tipped as well.
Okay.
But again, we have Malachi 10 yards behind everybody. And if he just gets it in the air, in the vicinity of him, I mean, it's an easy walk-in touchdown. So definitely don't regret the call. In the moment. It's unfortunate the way it came out, with the turnover, because you were close enough there where it's first down, and you could probably make some points out of that drive either way, just as long as it's not a turnover. But yeah, I mean, just a tough play, and doesn't scare me away from calling something like that again. I can promise you that.
No, I thought it was the perfect call at the right time, and you just had it drawn up perfectly. That's all you could ask for. And I think, again, 99% of the time you're executing that perfectly. And then the Myers, again, Austin had a lot on his plate. Second game really playing this year, first start of his career, and really I thought handled the offense extremely well. And he got some help from a lot of guys. I mean, a lot of guys make plays. We're going to go through that tonight. But the pick at the end, toward the end of the game, it just really looked out of the ordinary for the balls he threw all night. Was it something with his stance, the way he stepped? I didn't see anything get tipped or anything.
He got shuffled out to his right, just a hair. So he got a little bit off his mark. Ball came out weird. I mean, if you really just break down the film and watch it over and over again, ball came out the side of his hand, if he's a right-handed quarterback, came out his pinky side of his hand, which forces the ball to kind of tail on you. And that's what happened. I mean, it was just an inopportune missed throw. I thought he was going to the right spot. I wanted to be aggressive in that moment. They were playing a run fit coverage. As far as their defense goes, they were stopping the run because they were assuming we were going to make them burn their last time out. If he just throws his normal throw there, he hits Ty Durham in stride, and we end the game with the offense on the field. Fortunately for us, or unfortunately for us, it was intercepted, and fortunately for us, our defense rose up. I mean, that was a big moment. Maybe we might look back at this and be one of the biggest moments of the season is the way our defense responded in that moment. And so, unfortunate circumstance to and again, a call I would call 10 out of 10 times. I'm going to be aggressive. I want to finish aggressive, and I wanted to keep the ball in our hands, not give them an opportunity to get the ball back. And, it backfired on us, and that's unfortunate, and again, hindsight's 2020. I mean, you might go back and say, well, run the ball, make them use their timeout, pin them deep, all that stuff. But look, I've always had an aggressive mindset as a coach, and I'm never going to change that.
You play to win the game,
right?
You
do.
Today's Herm Edwards' birthday.
Oh, okay. How old is he?
You
probably did that today.
I don't remember.
Oh, man.
I think he's 71.
Well,
71.
He looks good for 71.
He does, absolutely.
Hope I look that way.
Anyway, so I just absolutely. I think both were great calls. And we talked about it. Sometimes they don't go, according to plan or execution. But, I mean, again, you had them both set up beautifully.
Yep.
So lots of things to talk about positive. A lot of another 100-yard running game for Landon Chambers. His fourth of the season. He is absolutely rolling right now. Offensive line's done a great job with him. We got a first touchdown ever for Chapman McCown. Great to see him get in the end zone. That was a big one to tie things up at 7. And then a first interception of his career, and it couldn't come at a better time, by Jacoby McQuiller, coach, and he was our defensive player of the game. I thought he was setting the tone. We talk about playing with violence, within the rules, but he was laying wood, and then he makes a great play with his hands late in the game. He really had a great performance.
Well, I think you're seeing his confidence grow. He missed the early part of the year with a hamstring issue from fall camp. But, you can see what he can be at that nickel position. He's really aggressive on screen passes and coming downhill on the run game, and it was great. I thought it was a great interception by him. I mean, all he had to do was really catch the ball. It was thrown right to him, but it was forced by the pressure we put on. Sam Horton, I think Gary Lewis was in on that pressure. I mean, we put pressure on that quarterback all in the second half, and obviously that was a massive interception to seal the game.
Well, and that is an area that Utah Tech has hung its hat. They had 4 sacks allowed coming into that game, and you guys got after them, especially late at a critical time. And we're going to hear more about that coming up. We're going to talk to Dude Person. Bears defensive back about that last play, the end of the game, and the defense making it stand up at the end. We'll talk more about it coming up. Stick around. Nathan Brown Show continues from Walk-Ons here in Conway. After a win, let's enjoy it. We'll be back in a second.
Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with a taste of Louisiana.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value. HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
If you have a question or comment for the head bear, send Justin a message on Twitter at JustinAcree7. Now, back to the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway, 955 South Amity Road, on the Buzz Radio Network.
There's a throw coming up. Pressure came, and they got him. The Bears sacked him. He was about to let it go, and Bradley Clark jerked his jersey from behind and dropped him down. What a time for a sack. Oh, my goodness. 2nd and 18. Barbin, 15 of 27 tonight for 199. 2 receivers left. He's looking that way. Pressure coming late. Horton chasing him out of the pocket. And he's going to – it's picked off. He threw it up for grabs. McQuiller got it. Horton got there at the last minute, and for some reason, Barbin threw it up anyway. It's intercepted, and that'll seal it. The Bears are going to escape with a victory, and McQuiller's been great all night. That's the biggest play of all, and the Bears are going to get win number 2. I don't know what Barbin was thinking there. All right, we welcome you back into Walk-Ons here in Conway, and I don't know what he was thinking there, Coach, and that's a little broadcasting 101, kids. Don't do what I just did there and anticipate that a guy's going to do the right thing, which is throw it out of bounds or run out of bounds. Throwing it to the opponent right in his hands is not the move, but thank you very much, and that sealed the deal. And, Coach, we've seen a lot of defensive backs, no offense, dude, over the years drop that ball,
yeah.
especially in a pressure-packed situation. So big-time play by McQuiller to come up with his first INT.
Well, Jacoby McQuiller's got great ball skills. I mean, he's just a football player. Not the biggest guy, on paper. Probably not the fastest guy on paper, but really he's just a playmaker. And like I said before break, I mean, he's really coming to his own. He's getting more and more confident with the more reps he takes. This is his first time being a full-time starter. That's a big deal. A guy like Dude went through that last year when you're your first time. I mean, more reps you take, the better you get. And I think that's what we're going to continue to see out of Jacoby McQuiller as the season goes on.
What was working late before we talked to Dude on the back end about the things up front? Because you really did start to get pressure. You set yourself up in a 4th and very long, and unfortunately their quarterback leaked out and picked up a first down on the 4th and 20 and picked up maybe 23, I think, on the play.
Yeah.
But you had them where you wanted them. But generally speaking, you were creating negative plays late. What was working?
Well, I think Coach Williams did a good job keeping him off balance. He did a good job with some timely blitzes to really get the quarterback off his mark. We had that quarterback seeing ghosts. I mean, even when we weren't getting a ton of pressure with four-man rush, I talk about seeing ghosts as quarterbacks. I mean, that's a term I use. When you get a quarterback off his mark consistently, like we were in the second half, it's going to cause errant passes. I mean, you saw him dirt ball a few balls. You saw him overthrow some guys. You saw us we were latched on in some really good coverage throughout the night, and that was encouraging, and that's got to be something we can build on, especially in our defensive backfield.
I believe the number was the last 10 passes were incomplete.
0 for 10 on his last 10. I mean, that's unheard of. And I don't think I definitely didn't realize that, and I don't think till Sunday when I told our defensive staff, I don't think they realized that as well. But, I mean, that's the difference in the ballgame.
Chris Kane pointed that out. So Dynamite dropping in real time by Chris Kane. He was tracking it. He's like, he's missed on his last 10 passes. I'm like, that's an excellent stat, Chris. We like that. All right, well, a guy who helped in that is Dude Person. He's joining us here tonight and been on the all-name team for a long time. I'm not going to ask you about how you got it. We went through that last year. But it's good to have you. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great now. These shows are always fun. We always get fed well. I usually get redfish. But they're always more fun after a win, I'm sure, for you too. So how'd it feel? I mean, you guys have been on the schneid. You had a tough loss the week before at Lamar, long road trip. It had to be tough to rally back around. But you guys were desperate for a victory, I'm thinking, this last week, yes?
Yes, sir. It was a good win. We had to bounce back. Lamar week. But just get back on the winning side of the wins, and then trying to be 1-0 every week.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's our goal.
Yeah,
1-0.
Absolutely, always for sure. So, what in your mind? What was the key late? I mean, and defensively, you guys did a solid job throughout, keeping things in front of you. Didn't give up, many in the way of big plays. I guess. What were the keys in dealing with Utah Tech, and what do you feel like was effective late, where you guys held them down and, like we just said, forced 10 straight incompletions?
The key was, to stop the mental errors, because we had a bunch of mental errors beginning of the game, and then really just winning your one-on-one, D-line, linebackers, secondary, just winning your one-on-one, and then giving the ball to the offense, let them score. Really just then trying to force turnovers, because the whole season defensively, we really ain't had many turnovers, but that McQuiller pick, that was huge. That's a confidence boost going in to the next game, really throughout the season.
Do you guys have something special you do for a turnover creator? I mean, does a guy I've seen teams do all kinds of different things. Do you guys have anything special here you do?
Not this year, I don't think, but we should do something.
Yeah.
We should do something. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know, whatever. Maybe we get something rolling there, but hopefully there's a lot more turnovers we have to worry about.
Yes,
that
sir.
would be nice.
Yes,
so
sir.
That'd be good. We're talking to Dude Person here tonight on the Nathan Brown Show from Walk-Ons in Conway. By the way, program, we will not be here next week. The Bears are coming off a game this weekend in North Alabama. That game, by the way, kicks off at 3 o'clock on the road. And then we will have a bye. And so on our bye weeks, we do not do the show here on Mondays, but the following Monday we'll recap what hopefully is a 2-game winning streak for the Bears. So, I heard Coach talk about Coach Williams after the game. And this is a guy who's been in before, done a nice job. He's been around. There's not going to be anything he's going to see offensively that he hasn't seen before. And I really took note of the way you talked about your defensive coordinator coach after the game. He's a very good coach. It maybe hasn't shown up 100% on the field so far this year. There's an adjustment period, and maybe you guys are kind of finding your way now. Looked, obviously, second half of Lamar, you gave your team a chance to get back in the game and win it. And then this last week, an outstanding performance. In your mind, I mean, is there some of that adjustment going on over the first 5 or 6 weeks?
Oh, yes, sir. Really just, we all, defensively, we all got to, trust him because he trusts us. And then, he make the right call. We just got to, go out and execute. Sometimes, we got a little mental error, physical error, whatever. But, it's part of football. But I feel like we're going to keep growing, keep getting better. And then, force some turnovers and give the offense the ball.
Yeah. Well, you guys are the old heads on the back end. So what's the defensive back room like?
It's a great group. We got, we the old group. We got me, Hodo, Dylan, Montu, just really just, setting the foundation for the younger guys like Lockhart and all them. Yeah, we're a special group.
Yeah. Coach, we haven't talked about this much. I mean, obviously it's a defensive back position, but McQuiller's his position is star.
Yeah.
We said what an appropriate thing. He was the star of the game this day. But what is the role exactly? How do you define that?
So in modern defenses now, most defenses are going to play 5 defensive backs. I mean, you kind of have to with the way offenses are structured in this day and age. So, we brought Jacoby McQuiller in. Even Dude came in as a recruit. He was a kind of a tweener guy that could play that star position or that nickel position is what the NFL calls it. But it's a physical position, kind of more of a safety type position. We put them in run fits, just like we do with our safeties. Our safeties are massive pieces to our run fit game on defense. Everybody thinks, well, the old school safety, they just run in the center field, going and smoking wide receivers and all that. I mean, that's not the way it is. I mean, yeah, Dude's going to be in coverage a lot. Dylan Williams is going to be in coverage a lot, but a lot of times we're sending them on run fits, or blitzes or different things around the box. So that star position is kind of a third safety for us. Even when we get certain type of motions, depending on the defense we're in, Dude could roll down and be at that star position. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do on the back end, just the way we tilt our coverage and do some things. So you got to be able to. I mean, it's a unique position playing what Dude plays, what Jacoby McQuiller plays, because they've got to be they've got to have coverability, which isn't easy, and then obviously having the physicality to be that run fit defender as well. I mean, it's a different ballgame for those safeties.
Dude, you guys have been through it a little bit this year. Some tough breaks and obviously some big challenges and played some really good teams. I mean, a lot of ranked opponents. I mean, heck, Missouri hasn't lost a game yet. He obviously opened up there. I mean, they've been outstanding this year. So, I mean, kind of you just talk about just getting thrown right into the deep water right out of the gate. But tell me what you're thinking on that last drive when you guys had to go in and get a stop.
Really, it was just like, we got to win. We at home. We got to protect our home, defend the stripes. That's our mindset. And really, like, we had the mindset of like, all right, so if offense don't get it, we're going to go back out there and we got to get a stop, win the game. So really just having that mindset of we get back out here, like, we're going to get a stop. We're going to get this win.
Yeah. For both of you guys, I want to ask too, what's the mindset like in a game like that where they have to have a touchdown versus maybe if they're down 2 and they're going down and maybe kick a field goal? How do you approach that defensively?
Well, I don't think you change a ton of what you do. I think the scary part about those situations is scramble stuff, and that's why when their quarterback got out of the pocket a couple times, because now you got to be disciplined enough on the defensive back position to latch onto your guy, not let a guy wheel and get behind you. There's just some things that because if it's a rhythmic play, we're going to be in position. It's those unscripted plays that you tend to see on 2-minute drives that end up resulting in a big play or a touchdown and all that. So it's really bend but don't break. They got to get in the paint. And obviously that was one of the reasons why I took the 10-yard penalty, because it set them back in 30. Yeah, they got an extra down, but it took them back 10 more yards from getting in the paint, right? You back them up 10 and it gets even harder even if you throw a Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
There's just some things in your head you think about. From a player's mindset, I don't want to speak because I've never been a defensive back, but I know for a coach's mindset, it's bend but don't break. Don't let them behind you.
Yeah, I want to ask you. Let's hold this for 1 second because I do want to follow up on that, because we were debating it in the booth, and I think 90% of coaches in America would have taken third and 20 versus 4th and 10.
Yep.
But you have the decision. It's like, okay, you got a 10-yard play, you got to defend 1 play, or you got to defend 2 plays, but they've got 20 yards to go. And again, I think 95% of coaches would have done what you did and take the penalty. But was there any discussion about it?
There was quick discussion, probably about 3 seconds of discussion with Coach Williams. Ended up being the right decision because we got him in the 4th and 20.
Yeah, there you go.
So great decision. But yeah, I mean, I think you take the yards in that situation, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, dude, great job. Thank you. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Let's keep it rolling.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate
2 in a row. Let's get it. All right, Dude Person, good stuff. We'll take a break, 7:23. Flip over to the offensive side here. And a guy we've heard a lot about on the Coach's Show, but have not had a chance to talk to on the Coach's Show. Ty Durham will join us coming up after the break.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
At Moix RV, customer service isn't just their motto, it's their legacy. Since 1976, they've been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. They hear you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding their service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's their passionate team that truly makes the difference. Their team isn't just knowledgeable, they're tenured. Visit them today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let's get you rolling.
Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with the taste of Louisiana. HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics.
You're listening to The Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On's Sports Bistro in Conway, where everything is made from scratch, bringing Cajun cuisine to life. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin on the Buzz Radio Network.
McCown, they're going to bounce it outside. McCown on his feet, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. McCown looked like he was dead in the backfield, bounced off the defender, races to the edge, touchdown, Central Arkansas. All right, welcome back here to Walk-Ons in Conway. And again, congrats to Chapman McCown. His first touchdown as a Bear was great to get him in the end zone, Coach. And it was at a critical time. It tied the game up at 7 apiece. And it was kind of an answer for answer kind of ball game until you guys got Caleb Jones going. And then there was no answer on the other side. But, very entertaining game, a hard-fought one, and two teams that were, I think, probably both desperate for victory. And fortunately, you guys were a little bit better on Saturday.
Yeah, that going back to the run that Chapman made, that was a zero blitz. I mean, we had just hit Arley deep down the field. The sideline made a big catch. And actually, someone I'm sitting next to takes as much pride in his blocking as he does catching. What made that play is Arley has zero anticipation that ball's going to bounce outside. It's an inside run. Chapman takes a hit, bounces outside. Arley's blocking his defender 5 yards deep into the end zone. I mean, he was more excited about that block than he was the catch the play before. If we get more receivers that want to play that way, we'll be fine and continue to win some games.
All right, well, let's talk to our next guest tonight. We're flipping over to the offensive side, and Ty Durham joining us. And Ty, we'll tell you, first of all, welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Thank you.
We've heard a lot about you in so many positive ways. I told you that people say you're a lunatic, but I mean that in the most positive way. Fearless, I think, would be a better way to say it, a nicer way to say it.
Yeah, my mom
prefers that?
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I want
you got to tell that story real fast about your mom asking about why Coach Brown called you a psychopath.
I forget the story.
So he comes to me. He's like, Coach, like my mom literally asked me. She's like, why is Coach Brown calling you a psycho? Are you doing something wrong? Like, are you being a jerk? Are you being an idiot?
Yeah.
I was like, make sure your mom knows that's a term of endearment.
Yes.
Well, she got a little afraid. She thought I was like
off,
actually doing something a little crazy.
Yeah.
There.
No, that's with the utmost respect, and it's with the highest degree of thanks, I think, and appreciation that your teammates have for you. Right. A fearless guy is hard to come by. I mean, and let's be real, like to be a kick returner, you got to be a little out there. Like that's a scary job, but you embrace it. Coach told me you not only are okay with contact, you may seek it out sometimes. Is that accurate?
I mean, that's part of the job, isn't it? I mean, slot receiver, you got to get dirty,
Yeah,
don't you?
I guess you do. I don't want to do either one of those, so that's why I never played that. So that's good. But so you have an interesting story. You were a baseball guy first, correct?
Yes, sir.
At least collegiately.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about your background. You grew up in Bentonville.
Yep.
Went to Bentonville West and played baseball and football, I assume.
Yes.
Did you run track also?
I did not. My
Okay.
dad did not let me do that.
Didn't let you do that. Okay.
No,
His
it
dad was a
either
baseball coach.
Baseball or track, one or the other. In the same season, so you got to do one or the other.
I got you. See, I decided to be mediocre at a bunch of things, so I was cool with that. But you can burn. Now, Coach said you're one of the fastest guys on the team. Is that accurate too?
I mean, I can run. I don't know.
Is he one of the fastest guys on the team?
He's showing a lot of humility.
Okay.
Dude, he's one of the fastest guys on the team, isn't he?
All right.
Yeah, he's fast.
Okay. Maybe you should run track too. But I guess you can't go back in time. We'll focus on what we're doing now.
Right.
So, okay, tell me about your journey. Baseball started out. How'd you decide which one to do, or were you thinking about football at all in college initially, or no?
In college, no. Well, in high school, I was committed to Southern Miss. I don't even know. I think I was going into my junior year, maybe whenever I committed, or maybe going into my senior year. I can't remember. So I committed early.
Yeah.
For baseball, so I never really had any people seeking out, looking at me for football. I really just wanted to go to Southern Miss, just to see how it would be, and just give it a shot at least. So go down to Southern Miss. Was there just for a semester, and I got down there and I loved it. Loved everything about it. Loved Coach Oz. Loved Coach Creel. Loved being an hour away from the beach, hour away from New Orleans. It was like a little hub, But I just did not like playing baseball, and that was the thing that got me. Now, obviously, since my dad's a baseball guy, like I tried to keep it on the low until like I had to tell him.
Okay.
But
How'd that go over?
We didn't talk for a good bit.
Okay.
He didn't know what to say to me
Yeah.
at first, but no, he came around but he wants what's best for me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and even though he's a baseball guy, he knows it's my own life, and that's all that really matters to him.
Walking away from a scholarship in baseball is easier to sell to the parents if you got a scholarship in football available. So that's one thing to think about, I guess.
Right. Well, the different part about this is, I was at a top 25 D1 baseball program, got in the transfer portal, and went to a junior college in Coffeyville, Kansas, in the middle of nowhere. So it's like, it's a little different because it's just mentally binding. Mentally, you're just like, you don't know where you're going to end up.
What were you doing in JUCO? Did you play sports or were you just going to school?
No, I was playing football.
Okay, play football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity. One of my buddies from high school, his dad actually had a connection with the head coach there and got me hooked up there. And, that's how it all started.
What was your high school career like in football?
I had a pretty good career. I just went out there and really just tried to have some fun. Everything was going towards baseball at the time, so I never really had any.
You have any aspirations of playing football beyond high school?
No.
So were you playing offense, defense? What were you doing in high school?
Offense.
Okay.
Offense, just receiver. And,
No return game?
I would do punt return every once in a while.
Okay.
But, usually I would just let it go.
Yeah, I got you.
But
it's okay. Okay, so what's it been like in this offense and kind of learning your way through here? I mean, they were very excited about you coming in, and obviously you lived up to that. You've had a good year so far. How would you evaluate the transition into this program?
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. You have a guy that's a Hall of Famer, at UCA. You have Coach Walker, which I believe he's one of the best young minds in college football, regardless of FCS, FBS. He's one of the best coaches I've ever been around, like mentally, physically. Like he's just always setting a standard for greatness, and that's what you need. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Just keep you in check. Coach Brown does the same thing. And Coach Forcade, he's a Hall of Famer now at Nicholls State.
Yeah.
So it's like you come into this program and it's like, why would you not listen to these guys? Why would you not want to get better and learn from the minds that they have to make your game even more better, step up?
Absolutely.
So it's been great. It's been wonderful.
Since Austin entered the picture and is able to play, we just saw a spark when he came in that third drive at Lamar, and it obviously carried over to this week. The offense has just operated a little bit differently. From a receiver standpoint, what's Austin bring to the table in your opinion?
Very smart, very intelligent dude. he likes to get the ball. He really likes to throw it, and I think as a receiver that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But no, he's a competitor, man. He just wants to go out there and win.
Yeah.
Like we were talking on the sideline, and he was like, I don't care how it happens. Like I'm fully prepared to be 8-4 this season. You take it one game at a time, but at the end of the day, it's about winning, what you put on the resume, and I truly believe that we have the team to go 8-4 and make the playoffs and make a run.
Yeah.
But it is one game at a time, 1-0 each week, each day. So you just got to continue to build, and he's a perfect quarterback for that.
Has Coach told you about his old battles with North Alabama back in the day?
No.
20 years ago?
He has not.
Well, you need to pick his brain this week.
I'll fill you in.
He's had some memorable ones.
Yep.
Maybe made his first start against North Alabama.
I did make my first start against North Alabama 20 years ago.
Yes, on a televised game. Back in the day when being on TV was a big deal.
That was a big deal. Thursday night game.
Now we take it for granted. You guys got it so good now. Everything's on TV. So, well, listen, best of luck to you. And if your mom is listening, we think you're a fine young man who's doing a great job for the University of Central Arkansas.
We love the Durham family.
And also, please tell your dad we're really glad you're playing football. So, anyway, I hope you guys play some catch when you go up there. Go up there and have a catch with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll make him happy.
There you go.
That's over.
Yeah,
I'll just let my little brother do that. He's the baseball guy.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, you catch a few touchdowns. They'll be okay with you. Anyway, good luck this week.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Ty Durham,
Awesome.
good stuff. It's an interesting journey to get here, but we're certainly glad to have him. All right, we're going to take a break. 7:36. We're here at Walk-Ons in Conway. You're listening to the Nathan Brown Show on Buzz 2 106.7. Stick around.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection, and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship, warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics. Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with a taste of Louisiana. Family owned and operated since 1976, Moix RV represents the finest recreational vehicle manufacturers at clear see-through prices. This means no prep fees, no additional freight, free battery, free propane, and comprehensive free training on your new camper. And Moix RV is home to Camp Moix, a free camping club organizing events throughout the year. All of these things show Moix's commitment to being a customer service company that happens to sell RVs. 1213 Collier Drive in Conway, and let us show you true value.
Go Purple, go Gray, go UCA. You're listening to the Nathan Brown Show on the Buzz Radio Network, coming to you live from Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway. A great place to take the family or catch the game. Now, back to Coach Brown and Justin.
Jones gets into it, plenty of leg, and he split the uprights. So, Bears take the lead, 10-7, 1:51 to go. All right, welcome back, 7:39. Riley making an appearance on the video stream there. Got Got young Luke Brown out there trying to score a few touchdowns tonight for his junior team coach. So the Brown family's got a lot going on. And Caleb Jones got a lot going on, Coach, when it comes to field goals. He keeps knocking them through. What a run here the last week or so. He has really kind of gotten into it, and he had a career long, I think, this last week with 39.
Yep.
Had a good game at Lamar, too. So he's got some good things happening now. Finally got a little momentum in the kicking game.
Well, knock on wood. He's been on point all year. I mean, he's had a mistake or two on an extra point or two, but I think he's 6 for 6 right now on field goals. He's just a pure kicker. I mean, he works at it. He's consistent. If you watch him during practice, there's not very many errant kicks when he swings at the ball. So, he won the job. We had a kicking battle, begin the season out, and he won the job. And again, Caleb's you're not going to mistake him for these NFL kickers that kick at 70 yards,
Right.
and all that. But man, I'll tell you, from probably 45 in, you feel pretty comfortable with him, and you feel like you got points when you take a shot at the field goal. So I'm proud of him. I think he was Conference Player of the Week as far as special teams go in the UAC, which that's a great honor for a freshman.
I love
And well deserving. We'll see if he can keep the consistency up, and we're going to need him. I tell our units every week that especially special teams wise, you never know what unit's going to win the game or have a chance to win the game. And obviously our field goal unit was the difference in the game.
No doubt. And I also wanted to mention, we talked about McCown's touchdown. His punt return to 37 yards helped set you guys up for a score as well. And that was the longest punt return of the season. I think the longest one was his the week before. That was 3 yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just hasn't been much there. We haven't had many punts coming our way that were returnable. And so good to see him take advantage. But he's obviously a very dangerous weapon. You made a change there. Malachi obviously, is renowned for his return game as well. Why'd you make the switch?
Well, we needed to take a little bit off Malachi. Going into the Sacramento State week is when we made the switch to Chapman, and some of that had to do with Malachi's health. He was dealing with a little bit of a hamstring strain and played through it and got through it. So we were going to take some reps off of him. Chapman's obviously a great replacement for him in that situation. I'll give Chapman a hard time. He's got to find a way to score on that play. And I've told him that to his face, gave him a hard time about it. But he's got some dynamic ability in the return game. We really challenged our return units this week, especially our punt return unit. We just felt like we've left some hidden yardage out there. I mean, we got to win our one-on-one blocks. They've got to take pride in that. And I thought Saturday, on numerous occasions, we took pride in our return units. And you could see it helped us get field position. It helps us win the game. I mean, if you can't see that and recognize that as a player after the success we had and the edge we gained in those units after this week, then I don't know what you're looking at. So we're excited about what we can build on moving forward with those groups.
And from a coverage standpoint, I thought you guys did a good job, especially kick coverage. I mean, Jason's doing a nice job putting it back there, and you guys really did a good job covering that up.
We feel like if we can put the ball in the place we want, because we're a directional punt team and we're a directional kick team, and if we can put the ball where we want it on the field, our coverage units are built for those spots, and they try to field return one time the other night, and I thought Dalen Land did a good job recognizing it, setting the edge, and then we cleaned it up I think we got them inside the 25 on that one. I think they ended up on the 21, 22-yard line. But coverage units were huge the other night. We were not nervous about kicking it deep because of the way that they were getting down and covering the kick. And that's huge. That's such a confidence builder because it allows our defense to fend a long field as opposed to a shorter field. And, when you've got lesser room for error like we have this year, I mean, we've proven that. We're not a team that can have a lot of room for error. I mean, field position matters. And I thought Saturday we won the field position battle all night.
Well, again, a lot of 3 and outs. And, they were 3 of 13 on third down, Coach. And they did make an interesting decision. It was a nip and tuck game, and it was, pretty much dead even. And they decided to go for it on a 4th and short, and they went with a quarterback sneak. You guys got him sort of turned around, and it's hard to get much leverage as a runner when your back's to the line of scrimmage. And boy, what a huge play that was from a momentum standpoint.
Well, they're a shotgun team similar to us. So when you go under center, something usually is unique, and obviously the quarterback sneak tends to be unique behind that. So obviously, one of the strengths of our defense is Bradley Clark, and when he's head up on the center, it's hard to move that dude. And Bradley really asserted himself on that play, got the knockback on the center and guard, and really just just the pressure got to the quarterback, couldn't get his footing about us, and obviously we wedged in and got him. That was a massive play in that moment because if they convert that, I mean, you obviously convert a fourth down conversion, but you got momentum, you got time on your side at that point in the game with a couple timeouts still in their pocket. So that was a huge play in that game and definitely shouldn't go unrecognized, even though it was just a stop on a quarterback sneak. That was a massive stop.
Absolutely. Well, you've always been a guy who is hard on and good at training up your quarterbacks, and Myers has been through it physically, but last week, the 358-yard performance. This week, 20 of 31, 223 through a touchdown and an interception. So give me your evaluation on his first start and his really first significant playing time through 2 weeks.
Well, I'm extremely hard on the quarterbacks, and our quarterbacks know that. And I've always have been and always will, especially now that I've taken a bigger role in that room as opposed to what maybe I did early in my head coaching career. I'm extremely hard on those guys, and I have high standards because I know that I know what it's supposed to look like. I've coached it and I've seen it, and I've seen, conference players of the year. I've seen All-Americans. I've seen what it's supposed to look like. And but Austin's doing good. Austin's, again, we've got to give him some grace because one, he's not experienced. Two, he's been playing bummed up. He's got a bum foot and he's fighting through it. And some of the things that he can do in the run game and maybe even extending plays, he's a little lesser at right now, even to the point he's not driving the football like he was before the injury. That will come with time as long as no setbacks happen, which they, knock on wood, in 2 weeks they haven't. But, man, he's playing good. I don't like giving A's, B's, C grades, all that. He's done enough to win his one start. He left 3 or 4 plays out there that I know he would be the first to tell you that he needs to have back. He's got to continue to take quality reps throughout the week so that hopefully they translate to the game. You got to steal reps in practice to try to gain experience. So it's going to be another big week for him. Week one as a starter, you could say that it was basically like being a starter the prior week at Lamar, the way he played and basically played the whole game. But man, like week 1 to week 2, man, you should see confidence building as every rep he takes, every series he gets, because he's got some. Ty mentioned it. I mean, he's got extreme intellect and knowledge of the game. He likes getting the ball out of his hands quick. He plays fast. Sometimes that can hurt him. Sometimes I think he overthinks a little bit. Sometimes you got to relax and just play football, be a playmaker. He'll gain that with experience, but I've been proud of him, man. He's had a warrior mentality the last 2 weeks, and he's going to need that again this week before we can get to a bye week and rest up.
We're going to have to take a break here, but I do want to mention real quick his weapons, and I guess we could talk about it on the other side. But a lot of guys rise to the occasion, and chief among them, I want to mention Pollard, and we'll talk about him on the other side. 0 catches the last week. And I asked you last week, I said, how was Pollard? You said he was great. And it's hard in this day and age, especially wide receivers have got a reputation to some degree. Not any one individual in this team, but just in general. And listen, for a guy not to get a catch 1 week and then come back and play a huge role the next week is not the most common thing in the world. So it's great to see him bounce back in a big way. And, boy, you needed it. So we'll talk about that coming up. Stick around, one more segment. 2-minute drill coming up as well. It's the Nathan Brown Show from Walk-Ons here in Conway on the Buzz Radio Network.
It's game time at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Conway, located 3 miles from the University of Central Arkansas campus, and they are ready to play ball. Fairfield Inn has been taking care of Bear fans for over a decade now as a proud partner of UCA Athletics, and you can get the UCA rate today by visiting UCAsports.com and clicking the Fairfield Inn and Suites link at the bottom of the page, or call 501-505-8034. Go Bears!
Setting a new workout goal? Post-workout recovery is a lot sweeter when you fuel up with rich, delicious Highland Dairy chocolate milk. Packed with the nutrients you need to re-energize, including protein, calcium, and potassium, chocolate milk is a tasty treat at the end of your hard workout. Find a money-saving coupon at highlanddairy.com/chocolate. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
At Moix RV, customer service isn't just their motto, it's their legacy. Since 1976, they've been dedicated to providing exceptional experiences, not just selling RVs. They hear you. Words are easy, actions speak louder. That's why Moix RV has invested millions in expanding their service bays across Conway, Springdale, and Hot Springs. But service bays are just tools. It's their passionate team that truly makes the difference. Their team isn't just knowledgeable, they're tenured. Visit them today in Conway, Springdale, or Hot Springs, and let's get you rolling.
HD Roofing and Construction, proud to be Central Arkansas owned and operated, offering free inspections, insurance claims assistance, a huge product selection and the highest standards in Arkansas. Whether it's minor repairs or a full roof replacement for your commercial or residential property, they'll provide you with quality materials, craftsmanship warranties, and cost-effective solutions. Call today, 501-428-0429, or get a quote at hdarkansas.com. HD Roofing, proud to be the official roofing partner of UCA Athletics. Walk-Ons starts every dish from scratch and only uses fresh ingredients to bring their mouth-watering Cajun cuisine to life. Whether you're there for dinner with the family, date night, cocktails with the girls, or to watch the UCA Bears on the big screen, Walk-Ons is always happy to share their Louisiana culture with you. Walk-Ons, game day with a taste of Louisiana.
We're talking Bear football tonight on the Nathan Brown Show, presented by Walk-On Sports Bistro in Conway and broadcasting live from their location at 955 South Amity Road.
Myers with Chambers, play action, has a man down the seam. Pollard, touchdown, 21-yard strike. There's your answer. You want to score quickly? We can do it too. Bang, bang, and the Bears are back within one. There you go. Answers all night by the Bears, and they passed their test with flying colors and another victory. Got a couple of Caleb Jones field goals after that, including a season-high 39, I guess career-long, 39. So 20-17 after that first one, then the 23-17. And that second one's huge, Coach, because, again, it forces them into a touchdown mentality late versus trying to get themselves in field goal position.
Yeah, you want to – I mean, obviously you want to get up 2 possessions. I mean, that's the goal in the fourth quarter is to be up 2 possessions no matter how much time's left. But any time that ball goes to the uprights, to take it from a 3-point lead to a 6-point lead is massive. I mean, it changes your whole mindset as an offensive play caller. As you get later into the game, you have to get down there and score. You may have to go for it on fourth down a series or two. So him putting that between the uprights was huge. I also want to give compliments to our snapper holder protection units. I mean, they did a great job with timing. We're getting the kickoff really quick, and when you do that, protection doesn't really matter. You can get it off fast enough. So, credit to that whole unit.
I see you, Caleb Koger. Good work on that hole, buddy.
He's done a great job.
Snaps have been on point, though. They've been right there.
Yeah, Gavin's done a great job. He's been a great asset to our program, signing him in the offseason. We haven't skipped a beat with him.
We guys have had a great run of snappers and holders.
We have. There's some interesting individuals, but they've been pretty solid at getting it back from point A to point B.
Yeah, Will
Love you, Kyle Gassaway.
How about Will Seiler's a staple in
Will Seiler? That's my guy. And then he made a career in holding too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's how unique he was.
There's no doubt.
Stud.
Absolutely. So I was going to a couple other guys. Arlie Lee continuing to make just big plays, Coach. He's just your big play guy. Just throw it up and let him get it. If you got man-to-man, you're down a man. Let me tell you right now. 23.4 yards of reception, 2 for 47 the other day. I mean, he's just absolutely a big play threat. Started out at Lamar, kind of getting in his stride, and boy, he's a tough guard.
Well, he's finally healthy, and I said that last week. Like, Arlie's a difference maker. I mean, pound for pound, he's one of the most physically gifted kids I've ever coached. Obviously, in the same family tree as David Walker, which that's speaks for itself.
Enough said, yeah.
But he's unique. He's special. He's got more speed than most people give him credit for, and obviously he's got great ball skills. When your point A guys, Malachi Henry, we talked to Ty Durham tonight. Tyrell Pollard has big play ability on every single snap. Arlie Lee is coming into his own, and then a guy like Tristan Edwards played big snaps for us. Manny Smith is going to continue to get more and more involved. That's a good unit, and I think a guy like Austin, operating the offense, I think you're going to see those guys spread their wings even more and more, just because he's got the ability to get from point A to point B to them in a quick manner.
Well, we already quoted one famous song earlier tonight, so I wanted to mention another one. One of my favorite lines: "The more I know, the less I understand." Don Henley.
Yeah.
When I look at the league scores from last weekend, Coach, what in the world? We're looking up here. We're following the scores.
Didn't you realize that after last year?
Good point. But we're looking up, Coach. Southern Utah scored 35 on Tarleton State in a half. I'm like, I didn't think Ohio State could score 35 and a half in Tarleton State.
That was a weird game. I got to catch the end of that one, and it was just it was one of those weird nights where neither defense really showed up, and it was just a back and forth, high-scoring affair, and I think 2 backup quarterbacks playing. Actually, I think both of them had their backup quarterbacks playing, which is very rare.
52-42 the final. Tarleton stays perfect on the season.
Yeah, Austin Peay with a big win.
Over West Georgia, team that was previously undefeated. West Georgia's got a grind right now. So
Yeah.
they've got that. They got to Abilene this week. Then they go to Tarleton the next week before we play them after the bye.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's
we'll see what they're made of, and I think
know.
they're really good. I mean, obviously,
Absolutely.
but they're going through the thick of their schedule right now.
Well, and then North Alabama. Again, the Bears' next foe is a team that has played a very, very solid, season so far, but lost to ACU, really their most convincing loss of the year, 52-23. They were down 45-10, so it was really over after 3 quarters. But this is a team that's been very balanced, a little better, maybe throwing it at times, but certainly the rushing attack is going to be the key, I would think, Coach. Over 200 yards a game. They've had their sort of issues. They're trying to figure out what quarterback's going to be the guy, but again, you're going to prepare for 2 guys again.
Well, Coach Dearman has a short leash on quarterbacks. He always has. I mean, he's a quarterback guy. I mean, he's an offensive-minded coach, calls plays for him. I have a lot of respect for what he does, but just hasn't settled on a guy really. And he wants to run the ball. He's an RPO guy. I mean, he wants to have a physical attack. He's going to throw you a lot of eye candy, do some different things to try to get you off balance on defense. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those weird games. North Alabama, again, 2 weeks ago, I mean, they had a chance to beat Illinois State in overtime at Illinois State. And then I think they had a bye week, and then they played, really didn't play very well against Abilene. It kind of rolled out on them pretty quick. But like this team's a tough one to get ready for. They're difficult to get ready for on defense. Throw a lot of fronts at you. Have a really unique blitzing attack. Offensively pose enough of an issue with some of their eye candy and some of the things they try to do on offense. But they're well coached. They do a good job. I can tell you this, there's not a year that goes by where we play UNA and it's easy. I mean, it's always a battle with those guys. They make it hard on you. I mean, 2 years ago we got up down there 21-0. I think we won the game 34-21 or something. I mean, it was a close game. I mean, it ended up being a close game. So I mean, this is a game that has our full attention, and we're going to have to work hard to win, especially taking another road trip. I mean, we're on a stretch right now. We're talking about West Georgia's schedule. We're on a stretch right now where 4 or 5 are on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, and so this is the third of those 4 road games, and this is an important game for us because, one, we got a bye week next week and we can kind of heal up. We're beat up just like most teams are at this point.
Yep.
But man, we need a good taste going into our mouth going into next week.
Yeah, it's always nice to taste a win for that off week than it is a loss for sure. JV and Allen is their top rusher. He's averaged almost 6 yards a carry too, so that'll be a key focal point, I'm sure. And then again, trying to figure out what's going to happen. Ari Patu is the guy that had been sort of tabbed as the starter. He's a Stanford transfer, and he started a few games last year, then got hurt, was out for the rest of the year, and struggled a little bit the other day in the first half, and so they benched him and brought in a guy named D.C. Tabscott. What a name.
They got some good names.
Well, I mean, that's no due person, but it's pretty good. All right, let's do our 2-minute drill here, Coach, and then we'll let you get out of here and get ready. I was going to ask you this, and I think I know the answer, but what is your favorite team to play and beat in the old Gulf South Conference?
Oh.
Maybe that's not an easy one.
Arkansas Tech.
Okay. I don't know if it's a hometown team because I know North Al, you guys had some wars over the years.
North Alabama, and Valdosta were always special to beat. But I would probably say the most fun game I probably had in my career was beating Arkansas Tech in 2005.
Okay. This is a very off the wall one. What is the most used emoji that you utilize?
I love technology. Let's see.
He's gonna get some actual facts here. No guessing.
Let me see. The laughy face.
That's probably mine too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that just takes away ha-ha or LOL.
Yeah, there you go. Who are 4 people? This is a really hard one to pull off. Maybe I'll give you a week to think about it or 2. Who are 4 people you'd pay to have dinner with?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Let's see here. Tom Brady right now would be Tom Brady. Man, I'm gonna say give me another week. Give me another week. That's a good one, though. 4 people? That's a lot of people.
Do you have a nickname?
I don't like people enough to have.
I got you. Well, I was hoping you'd say me. Do you have a nickname?
No.
You're the only one that never really did. I mean, not the only one, but
You never gave me a nickname. That's cool.
That's not my job. That's Sully's job. I mean, I would have figured he would have done something for
Sully
you.
probably has something in the
He
archives.
probably does.
I mean, there's got to be something.
All right, game this week is 3 o'clock kick, 2 o'clock pregame. Thank you for tuning in. We'll finish our 2 minutes. You got it done in a minute and a half. That's good work. But think about your answer for next week.
3 more.
That's going to do us. Appreciate Kramer back in the studio, and thanks for tuning in tonight. Nathan Brown Show, not next Monday, but the Monday after. We'll recap hopefully a big win over the Lions of North Alabama and take a look at the next opponent, which is West Georgia after that. All right. Hope to have you with us on Saturday. We'll join you here in 2 weeks at Walk-Ons in Conway. Good night, everybody.
The